Happy Friday, happy weekend. Can I call it the weekend yet? Oh gosh, I'm so happy to be done working for a little while. Although sometimes weekends are busier than work even. I don't know if you guys have that problem. Okay, so I'm here making dinner. Tonight dinner is chickpea salad quesadillas because my fridge is empty, like the emptiest. So I'm not having any vegetables really, except when I make chickpea salad I put celery in. I think everyone does that. So if you haven't heard of chickpea salad, which most people have by now, but it's basically like tuna salad or chicken salad. I guess it's supposed to be like mock chicken salad. It's like one of the very first things I ever learned how to make when I was vegan. I worked at this health food store in Florida, and this chick who was like a raw vegan, like mostly raw, taught me how to make it. She taught me how to make like a lot of things. And there was veganese back then, which is like kind of nice. There wasn't very many vegan products, but veganese was one of the products that there was. Anyways, so I've been making it for like 20 years, so I should be really good at it. So if you see any flaws, it's just, I don't know what to blame it on. Okay, this is my celery. I'm gonna wash it. Also, just so you know, last time I streamed, I got a message from somebody like later after the fact that said that they were trying to comment and I wasn't getting them. So I guess this stream is kind of like a test to see if the commenting is still broken. So why don't you comment if someone is there watching? Comment and let me know if you're watching or ask me a question so that I can see if I get it or not. So far I've gotten no chats. So I'd always just cut the ends off. I don't know if anybody eats these ends. They're probably fine to eat. I actually have a bunny rabbit that lives a block away, and the bunny rabbit loves eating stuff like this, but I think I may not see the bunny, so I'm gonna feed this to my compost instead. And if you have a bunny in your neighborhood, I highly recommend trying to make friends with them so that you can bring them your compost and also take very cute pictures of bunnies eating. I don't know what it is about bunnies eating, but it is the cutest thing in the world, basically. Squirrels eating is pretty cute too. Have you watched squirrels eating? We have a lot of squirrels in like the backyard and stuff. So I'm looking at these and they're kind of big, and you don't want like super big pieces of celery if you're making sandwiches out of it. I guess actually if you're using it as a dip also. I don't know, those are the only two things I ever do with chickpea salad. I make sandwiches and I use it as dip. So I'm trying to cut these up just a little bit more thinly. I would like to ask people what they're doing this weekend, but since my chats aren't working, I might not even get to find out. Which is annoying because the whole reason that I like to stream is that I like the interaction because I work from home and I don't talk to anyone all day. Although my friend Eddie did come over and play Pokemon with me today, which was very nice. But other than that, no interaction with anyone all day. And so I kind of like streaming so that I can chat with people. Is that a sad thing that this is my social life? I do socialize in real life. I'm going to a birthday dinner tomorrow night, so just so you don't think I'm a complete hermit who never leaves the house. Okay, so I'm trying to dice this as finely as possible. I'm dicing it as if I was like dicing garlic to saute it. Like very, very little. Also, I often will use my food processor for this step. If you have a food processor, it's really good at dicing things finely. But when I'm streaming, if I can get around not using the loud things, I'd rather not do it because I don't know how loud it is for people watching, but it feels very loud and intrusive, if you will. I feel like it's very intrusive. Okay, So since you're not telling me what you're doing this weekend, does anybody want to hear about my weekend? Because I feel like it's a busy weekend. So normally when I'm home, I go to farmers markets on Saturday mornings, but I can't go because tomorrow morning I have to leave the house at 8 a.m. on a weekend, which should be illegal. And I'm going to drive to Sebastopol, which for anyone who isn't from the Bay Area, it's far. It is like a 2.5 to 3 hour drive depending on traffic. And I don't even go through San Francisco because then I'd be dealing with San Francisco traffic. San Francisco is one of those weird cities where there's like not really a freeway that goes through it. You have to like go around it. I guess because of all the water and the bridges, you know? So I go all the way around San Francisco to get to Sebastopol, even though it's north of San Francisco. Like what do people say? From the birds, whatever it's called. The way the bird flies, I have no idea. I'm so dumb. Anyway, it's not that far that way, but you can't go straight because of the water and the city. So you go all the way around. So I'll be going up there to take my dog to a place that's helping her learn how to not be so anxious around people and other dogs, etc. Oh, actually, I just put my celery in the bowl, but I don't want to do that. I want to put the chickpeas in the bowl first so that I can mash them. Sorry, I put my mouth all over everything. If you ever eat anything I made, you can just assume my spit is in it. Okay, so you can't see over here, but my Instant Pot is here, and it made the chickpeas for us. So all we have to do is rinse them. And I don't know if you follow this rule as strictly as I do, but I always rinse my beans after I cook them. Or same as if you buy canned beans, which I do sometimes use canned beans if I don't think ahead enough, you know, because you have to kind of plan ahead to cook beans since you have to soak them overnight. So rinse them because the water that they cook them in has stuff in it that you don't want to eat. So just like throw that water out and rinse it always. Even when I make chili, I never start with raw beans. I always cook the beans, then rinse them. I want to do this without oven mitts. Is it okay? Am I going to burn myself? Because all that stuff in there is not good for you. Number one, it like makes you gassy, like you have to burp and fart and it's gross. And number two, raw beans have like little bits of poisons in them. That sounds crazy when I say it like that, but I don't know the technical term. There's stuff in there you don't want to eat, basically. And when you cook them, that stuff has to go somewhere, and I think it's going into the water. So yeah, I'm definitely a proponent of rinsing all legumes and soaking them beforehand, of course. And even when I soak them, I rinse that water too. And I throw out the soaking water, and I rinse them, and then I cook them in all new water. Okay, there's still foam. Let me show you what I mean. This foam is actually the stuff that makes you feel gassy when you eat beans. Can you see that foam in there? Yeah, you want to rinse all that out. And I already rinsed twice. I'm like rinsing for the third time now. It's a lot of rinsing. I think you could also use a colander and put like the thing that you use when you make spaghetti. This foam just does not want to come off. Okay, so now I'm putting all my chickpeas into a bowl and I'm gonna mash them. So remember how we were talking about how you can use a food processor to dice up your celery for this? You can also put your chickpeas in the food processor too and mash them that way. The only thing with that is you have to be careful because if you like let it go too long, like if you don't just use the pulse button, it can get really hummusy. Like the texture changes and it becomes like too blended, where what you want is more like mashed, not blended. But we can make hummus another day. I'm sure everyone already knows how to make hummus, but you never know. Some people don't. Some people just buy hummus. I often buy hummus because I am too lazy to make it. It's not even that hard to make. And I always have the ingredients for hummus in my fridge. So for me to buy it just seems lazy. But you can get hummus pretty cheap, like grocery outlet. I don't know if you guys have grocery outlet near you, but we have one in like every city around here. And you can almost always find discounted hummus that's organic there. It's one of those kind of stores where you don't know what they're gonna have because they get like the things that the other stores are getting rid of. So they could have it or they couldn't, but hummus is like one of the things that they almost always have. Like hummus and salsa, it's like a staple. And Earth Balance, they like always have Earth Balance. Anyway, some things they always have, and then some things are kind of like a fun surprise. You can't really go to grocery outlet shopping like, oh, I have a shopping list, I'm gonna go to grocery outlet. It's not that kind of store. It's more like a bargain market surprise pack. Do you ever get those toys like a Kid Robot and stuff where it's like you see it's in a box and you don't know what toy you're gonna get until you buy it and open it at home? It's kind of like that. That's what grocery outlet is like, except less cute, less kawaii, if you will. Okay, so I've mashed these. I'm gonna show you what it looks like mashed. Like that. And so now the next step is just to put all the stuff in it that you would put in if you were making like chicken salad or tuna salad. I have gotten 0 comments from viewers, and I know that there are viewers, so I'm very disappointed in the lack of comments. And I don't know if it's because no one's talkative or if it's because my commenting is broken. Either way, I need to fix it immediately. Okay, so I'm filling this up just to soak it because washing dishes that have been soaked is so much easier. All right, so now I'm putting the celery in. The celery that we diced together, there it is. If you can even see it. I kind of diced maybe a little too much, probably just 2, what do you call them, ribs? Celery ribs? Stalks? Anyway, 2 wands of celery probably would have been enough. But I'm not having any vegetables with this dinner, so I just put in extra. Okay, so the next thing people maybe sometimes put in tuna salad is pickles. So I'm gonna chop up some pickles, and then also my mom always taught me to add a little pickle juice because it makes it tastier. And who doesn't want things that are tastier? Okay, so I really wish that I could see people's chats, but I'm just gonna keep talking because I have a big mouth and a lot to say. So let's see, what else am I doing this weekend? So yeah, so I'm going to Sebastopol for dog training, and while I'm there, I'm gonna stop at Amy's Drive-Thru, which is a vegetarian but mostly vegan fast food drive-thru restaurant, and they have cold brew and they have milkshakes, so they specially make me a cold brew milkshake even though it's not on the menu. Pro tip for anybody who goes there, just ask for that. It is delicious if you're into coffee, and I'm very into coffee. And then I have to come home and I have to get ready to go to Hannah's birthday party. And then it's also Tom's birthday party, but I'm not going to be able to go to both. Tom's doing karaoke in San Francisco, and Hannah's doing dinner in Oakland. I just don't think that I can make both of those happen. Maybe if they were on the same side of the bay. Okay, so I put 1 pickle in and some pickle juice. And then I'm going to do salt. Oh, well, hello. My puppy just got back from her walk. I'm going to put some salt, and I'm going to put some pepper, and I'm going to put some, I think maybe garlic powder. That might not be a traditional tuna salad / chicken salad / chickpea salad thing, but I'm doing it. And since I can't see your chats, no one can stop me. Okay. Pepper. I feel like everybody puts pepper in this kind of stuff, right? I used to hate pepper. When I was first vegan, I never used pepper in anything. Isn't that weird? Okay. And then Vegenaise and mustard are the last two things. So I have just mayo. Oh, maybe I didn't need to put in garlic powder actually because it's garlic mayo. That is so weird. The fridge is for sure not closing. Hold on. Oh. It's because the whipped cream was lying down on the job. Alright. I'm gonna put that in if I can. Sometimes it's so hard to get out of this container. I normally don't buy these containers. I get the jars, but this was another grocery outlet find. It was only $2 and it's normally $5, so I had to get it because I'm not a dummy. Well, sometimes I'm a dummy, but maybe it's just because I'm a bargain hunter. Let's call me a bargain hunter because I think it sounds better than penny pincher. I don't know how I feel about being a penny pincher. It sounds weird. Go around pinching pennies. I don't even like pennies. They're the least favorite coin, to be quite honest. I don't like their color. I don't like the way they smell. I guess I don't like the way any money smells. I have a weird thing about smells. I have a very sensitive sense of smell and I don't like things that smell bad, so, you know, you can imagine. Right now my car smells very bad because I take my dog for rides in it and it's not a good thing. And I don't ever roll the windows down in the winter because it's too cold. Alright, I think I got every little last bit of this out. I mean, I'm sure there's still some in there, but it's okay. Looks pretty empty. Okay, so that's done. Then we put mustard. Okay, and then I mix it all up. And that's chickpea salad. That's it. That's all you have to do. And this is a lot, so I will be able to use it for more than just one meal. So I'm gonna make quesadillas out of this. I got the cheese, the BioLife grated cheese is out now. They still don't have it at Whole Foods, but I found it at Rainbow last night. So I'm gonna use that because I feel like the shredded cheese melts a little better on quesadillas. I've been using the slices the past couple times, which is fine. But yeah. Okay, I guess I'm gonna say farewell. Bye. What?